So I've been going a little hog wild today. Just wherever it comes from. When inspiration strikes, while the iron is hot, and this is why artists have a hard time being around other people, and other people have a hard time being around artists in particular, because it's just if you want to be in a relationship with an artistic person, the best thing that you can do is just let them be. Just let them be. We get caught up in ways of trying to control our partners and so on and so forth. But the best kind of relationship is one that you don't have to think about, and you shouldn't have to think about relationships because the if you overthink things, then you overthink things, and there's a difference between paranoia, obsession, doubt, and jealousy. And we're not educated, a lot of us, especially for someone like me that grew up on the fringes of social groups, you know, um, and I've always been watching people my entire life, and especially since I was more of the introverted uh, type, it's always a bit more draining to be around people, and especially after being through so much turmoil and strife and threats to my life and my livelihood, because I just can't stand for this shit anymore with my country being overrun by these ideologues and these talking heads and these progenitors of entropy and these accelerationists. And again, I can't run from who I am. I know my place in this world. Especially within society. And again, intelligence is a responsibility. It's a responsibility. Um, I've again, if I said this, did say this before. I've paid a high price for the knowledge that I have, and I'm losing friends on Facebook steadily by continuing on with being more vocal and opinionated, and to highlight again the gap between the illiteracy and the knowledgeable. So that's the point of education, right? Is to fill the gaps so that we don't have conflicts. It's far easier just to talk to someone. um, Again, this is subjective. I've never, to my knowledge, ever, I don't get into fights. I could punch a concrete block and not break my knuckles. That's my skill set. I can kick a bag and maybe fold it in half. But that doesn't mean I know how to kill someone. I can threaten, um, and I can be aggressive, but I don't know that very fringe and that very tipping point where you're actually taking someone's life. You know, I it's been a hard conflict, especially since the bear incident. Always running in my mind, especially after the sleep deprivation that was induced because of the marathon run from from here in Ontario all the way up over Lake Superior, Winnipeg, and then to Kelowna within 3 days, around there, 3.5 days driving time. So and again, I on the way back I experienced it's then the same year, well, not the same year, the same contracts. I'm going. It was around Christmas time, and I decided that while the flights were open for everyone at that point, um, I wanted to drive for some reason, or I felt that I was going to stay. I was going to stay in the hotel room, but the hotel room just became dark and miserable in its isolation. So you either pack up and go, and go, go, go. And it was very, it was, it's hair raising because the car did not have snow tires on it. And that's very annoying. I find that's the second time that have been squeezed by a rental car company, and it almost cost my life. So this is one of these gross negligences that I've incurred, and hence why I'm so frustrated, and I feel so. I know things are happening, and I have to be patient because of the way that the near instantaneous nature of this, and it will be heard by the right people. And I hope this resonates with you. Um, any of you who's ever been in a stressful situation or a near death experience, or you've actually come back from the brink of death, um, or you have died. Because we don't really know how precious life really is. And when you see other people not respecting life, it makes you want to raise hell. Anyways, as Red Green would say, I'm rooting for you. Keep your stick on the ice. I'm, I've been taking a break from doing exercises or painting. It's just especially after the mushrooms, it's just been this absolute roller coaster, and like there's always another war. There's always another conflict. And I accept that. If you have a day off, go outside. I recommend that. I was just watching or absorbing more and more information because intelligence is a responsibility. See ya.